everybody, Jen from Scrapping Under the Influence. I am back with a brand new project using the new Doodlebug Color Me Crafty. This collection is so cute, and I realize it's been a minute. I have just not loved any paper collections right now enough to do a project with them, although I used a Simple Stories one over the weekend, last weekend, that I absolutely fell in love with while using it, so you might be seeing something coming with Rustic Legend if you haven't seen that one. It is so good in person, and I was really surprised. So let's take a look. So this is a larger project bundle, let's say. So this is the entire project kit. If you do order the kit, they will be linked in the description box down below, as well as the playlist to the individual tutorials. So we're not going to do a super thorough walkthrough on all of these. We'll flip through them, but I'm not going to get too in depth because there is a walkthrough on the beginning of each one of the projects itself, except the box. We'll talk about the box. But if you purchase the project kit, you will get the laser cut pieces to build your box. You will get your camera that is all cut and ready to go for you to assemble to do on the front of your box. You will get the product that is to make all three projects in here inside the box. You are getting in this kit. Let me grab one actually since they're right here behind me. Look at this. This thing is packed. You are getting 24 of the pattern papers. You are getting odds and ends, chit chat, bits and pieces. You're getting foam squares, 3 doodle pops. You are getting the this and that sticker sheet, all cardstock, chipboard needed to make the project, as well as your laser cut elements for your box. All of that in your kit. Okay. The only thing that you need to provide to make this project is going to be your basic scrapbooking and mini album tools and your adhesive of choice and a notch punch or an envelope punch if you have one. I think at this point pretty much all of us have them, even if you don't use them. But if you don't have that, you absolutely don't need to have it. Oh, and a circle punch. I did use a circle punch somewhere in here, just for like a notch. But again, if you don't want to do it that way, you absolutely don't have to. So let's take a look at the projects in the box. So, and that just came out of my thing. All right, so we have, they are all folios, so you're not having to mess with a hinge, because I know people struggle with that. And quite honestly, I was not in the mood to fight with a hinge this time. So instead, we have 2 super easy projects that you can replicate as table gifts, and then we've got our larger main project. So let's start with the smallest of the projects. This is an 8.5 by 8.5 cardstock folio. It has a 1/4 inch gusset, so it is very small, but it holds a lot for as tiny as it is. We've got this cute quote on the closure here. This is a magnetic closure. If you were remaking this, you could absolutely use ribbon if you wanted to, you know, or like the little string closure, which I don't think I've ever done on a project. They're fun, but I struggle with them, so I don't usually do them. We've got our odds and ends and our chit chat on the front here. When you open this up, you've got space for pictures here and here. I've got one of the journaling cut aparts matted here that is holding down this little 3x4 waterfall for fit pictures there. And then we've got a graduated stacked waterfall over here where I used the tags as little tabs to turn, and then you've still got more, you know, when this is all opened up, you've got pocket space down here for additional pictures or, you know, keepsakes or whatever. On the back we do have a sticker because, as you know, I like doing that with these projects. Next up is our photo wallet. Again, 8.5 by 5. Not a difficult project. This is fabulous for scraps. So if you've got leftover papers, this is the project you want. All right, so we open this up. We've got the scrapbooking life with the odds and ends and the chit chat. We've got happy memories down here. When you open this up, we have a number of stacked pockets. This is where I use the envelope punch board. So these will hold 4x6. My poor husband, I've been using him on everything as an example throughout the tutorials. So we've got 3 big pockets that will hold 4x6, and then we've got some that will hold 4x4 down here, and then 3x4 up here that are stacked. You can mat and you know, match your pictures or just put the pictures in there. And then this opens up and we've got more 4x6 space down here, or to do 3x4s, or however you choose to add your photos to this one. And again, magnetic closure. Magnets are always included in my kits. You don't have to, you know, get into it and go, oh, by the way, we're using 7 sets of magnets. I didn't put them in the kit. You have to buy them separately. Much like I didn't include the cardstock in the kit. You have to, no. Everything is in my kits. Everything. All you need are tools. You could literally put one of my kits in your bag with your tools and take it to a crop, and you have everything you need. Everything. Okay. Main project. This is an 8.5 by 6.5 gatefold folio. We do have a magnetic closure on this one as well, so I did mat that little tag from the tag cut aparts. I've used some of the bits and pieces. And when you open this up, we have got waterfalls on both sides. They do mirror each other with the exception of the decoration on the top. But these are 4x4 and they just flip up like this. You've got your magnetic closures there. And these, you have an option. You can do these on a pocket or a belly band. I did them as a belly band. I do talk through how to do it as a pocket instead. Just basically because you can tuck some more pictures and things underneath here if you need to. Okay, so on our first flap, we've got a large pocket with a 6x8 insert in here that you can actually get more than one in here. There is enough space that you can do your pictures and things on. We've got It's Craft O'Clock with our little crafty friends. And then you open it up, and this is where my insert fell out a second ago. Because again, like I said, there's lots of space in here. You could get more than one. So you've got photo space there as well. Right here, again, 4x6. This specific project came about because I've been doing a lot of layouts lately and discovered I have very few pictures recently that are landscape. They are all like this. From being lazy and holding my phone like this to take pictures instead of turning it. I know we all do it. I literally had this discussion with my friend Lynn last weekend. But so this was designed with that in mind, that when you're grabbing that quick picture at the retreat and it's it's portrait, you're going to be able to use them in here without having to cut anything down. So we've got space there, there, and there, and we've got another nice big pocket to tuck additional pictures into. This folds down, and on the bottom here we've got a belly band, which again, you can tuck your extra 4x6. You could put 5x7 underneath there. I like being able to pull the pictures out and flip through them. So that's why I do a lot of pockets. Up here we've got kind of a different stacked pocket. So this one is a little bit deeper. You can probably get a 5x7 in here, I would assume, because I'm not even at the bottom of this one. Yeah, so you could easily get 5x7 in there. This one is a little bit shallower, it goes the opposite direction, but still room to tuck pictures in. Here we've got split pockets. They are just under 4 1/4 wide, or no, just under 4 inches wide, or right at 4 inches, right around there. They'll hold more pictures. That's the point. Sorry, my brain's just, it's been a long weekend. Okay, so on the back side, these mirror each other. So these both flip up like so. And again, you've got your space for your 4x6. And then these open up. And again, you've got lots more space. You can get 5x7 on here. You can get 4x6 on the flaps. And these all just close up like so. Down here, we do have a 1/4 inch box pocket, so if you've got a whole little stack of pictures you want to hang on to from a specific event, you can tuck them in there. And then on top of that, we do have this waterfall. These open up, 4x6 will fit on both sides, And then you've got another 4x4 waterfall in here as well that mirrors the ones in the front and back or the front cover. So this all folds up like so and like so, and there you go. We've got our sticker on the back, and that is the other main project. That one just does not want to stay put. The box, as I said, is laser cut, so it will fit and go together exactly. I do walk you through how to assemble that, and then I have and how to assemble the camera, which also is cut and bagged and in the kit. And then I just decorated it with leftover odds and ends and things. And then all of these drop down in here like, something's caught. There we go. Like so. For storage and display, and it's just a cute, fun project. Something to, you know, that'll take you a little bit longer maybe to do, that you can enjoy it. But yeah, so there is more in-depth walkthroughs of all three of the projects at the beginning of their individual tutorials. The playlist for those will be linked below. The link to buy the kit will be linked below, if I can talk, and also the cutting guide only option will be linked below as well. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon, hopefully with some more kits. See you soon.